tonight's winning numbers. Remember, there are multiple ways to win. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you back here this Wednesday night.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, NBC 26 at 11.
The first plan for downtown Aiken, called Project Pascalis, crashed and burned after a flurry of public mistrust and calls for transparency. Now, city leaders have a plan, and they unveiled it tonight for a brand new downtown. But first, we are expecting freezing cold temperatures tonight and tomorrow, and some heavy rain for Wednesday, so we want to get straight to
in just about 10 minutes.
Tonight, the mayor of Aiken unveiled the new plan for the face of downtown Aiken after the original Project Pascalis imploded. The new plan takes the $20 million in federal plutonium settlement money and puts it towards a partnership with Savannah River National Laboratory. Our Taylor Martin was there for the State of the City where they unveiled this new plan. She's live at Hotel Aiken, which is really the center of most of the Project Pascalis arguments to this point, Taylor.
It's been 4 months since city leaders scrapped plans for Project Pascalis, a project that was on track to demolish this historic hotel, drawing huge backlash. They've now released a new development plan, and I spoke with people earlier today who tell me they're excited about the new plan. Tonight, Mayor Rick Osmond announced downtown Aiken will be the new home of a 40,000 to 45,000 square foot office space for the Savannah River National Laboratory. Members of the community say they hope this will add to the historic nature of downtown.
I really hope the design actually enhances what the downtown is, because that is the big thing. Aiken, if anything, it's character. The character of Aiken matters so much.
The building would allow existing businesses like Newberry Hall to stay in place and Warnke Cleaners to relocate but stay open. Sam Erb tells me he thinks this is a great addition to the community.
The city of Aiken needs to be honored to have SRNL and the lab decide to pick downtown Aiken. I think it's huge for Aiken.
As for Hotel Aiken, Mayor Osmond says in the next 40 to 60 days, a request for proposals to purchase the hotel will open to the public with no suggestion of what should be done to it. This will allow interested buyers to tell the city their plan for the property and allow people in the community to evaluate those plans and have their voice heard, all in the name of transparency.
So I'm really glad that going forward, we're going to see everything. We're going to see all the requests for proposals. The citizens are going to have their opportunity to look and evaluate them. And it's not just going to be a couple of people sitting in a room that have a personal stake in it.
One of the biggest concerns with Project Pascalis was one of the biggest concerns with Project Pascalis was the lack of transparency from city leaders, and that's why Mayor Osmond says the city will review the proposals for Hotel Aiken as a community.
Are already on board with that plan and thrilled to see that their input will have some weight. Thanks for that, Taylor. Our I-team is also learning more about what happened leading up to the death of a 1-year-old on Friday in Aiken. Emergency medical crews got the call just after 9:30 Friday night of an unresponsive child at a home on LL Lane. First responders found baby Alexavia Aguirre in cardiac arrest, and she died at the hospital. The incident report noted the mother was taken to the Aiken County Detention Center for pending charges of possession of fentanyl. This was based on evidence of fentanyl they found at the scene. The baby's mother spoke with our Will Rio, admitting she puts drugs on her gums for paying for needed dental work.
But it was not around the baby. It was not around any of the children or nothing. It was put up elsewhere, but they did find it, whenever everything had went on.
No one has been charged in the child's death, and an autopsy is scheduled tomorrow morning in Newberry. Jury selection is underway in the trial of the once prominent South Carolina lawyer accused of murdering his wife and son in 2021. As Katie Beck reports, more than 200 people were brought in for questioning to be jurors.
The tiny town of Wrdw, South Carolina. Tonight, an epicenter of intrigue.
Do you have anything to say?
The widely watched murder trial of former attorney Alec Murdaugh, now underway. Murdaugh is charged with killing his wife Maggie and son Paul in June of 2021. His defense claims he's innocent, the killer's still at large. But prosecutors contend he snapped under the pressure of a secret life unraveling. His motive, they say, to garner sympathy and distract from a series of financial crimes, where Murdaugh stole millions of dollars from his family law firm and from clients.
It's a circumstantial evidence case.
Attorney Eric Bland represents the Satterfield family. Gloria Satterfield, Murdoch's former housekeeper, died at his home in 2018, and Murdoch confessed to stealing millions from an insurance settlement following her death. A cause of death was never determined, and police are investigating, especially here in Low Country, where Murdoch is a household name.
Everybody says, well, we want jurors that don't know anything about this case.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
One possible piece of evidence that jurors will need to take into account: a Snapchat video taken just before Paul and Maggie Murdoch were killed.
Talk about a cliffhanger, but we'll be following that trial for you. A recent transfer and wide receiver at UGA arrested last night for domestic violence. University of Georgia police arrested Wrdw Thomas today. Thomas is now facing a felony charge of false imprisonment and a misdemeanor charge of family violence. 6 people arrested over the weekend on domestic terrorism and other charges after hundreds took the streets in Atlanta to protest. This all started because troopers shot a man after they say he shot one of their own at the construction site of the Atlanta Police Training Facility last week. The man's family says he was a pacifist and he wouldn't have shot anyone. Law enforcement says they found the gun with the same bullets that hit a trooper in his possession. Witnesses said rioters were throwing stones at police cars. One car was set on fire, and protesters damaged buildings and shattered windows in downtown Atlanta. The 6 people arrested have been charged with domestic terrorism, arson, riot, criminal damage, and interference with government property. It's been 2 weeks now since a Grovetown 11-year-old was attacked by 3 dogs, and since then people from all over the country have raised $200,000 for Justin Gilstrap. He spoke with News 12's Nick Veland for the first time on how he's doing and what he's looking forward to when he's out of the hospital.
Don't give up. I don't give up in nothing. I want to get better so I can, my dream is to get out on the field and throw the football with Stetton Bennett and go out on the football field and throw the football. Get better.
Today, Justin had his 7th surgery, and he and his mom say he has at least 1 more month at the Children's Hospital. After that, they'll have to go to Atlanta for even more surgeries that they have to do there. One man has been arrested.